Dark Tower. Chapter 5. The Dark Tower. Down through the fate with a glance, no one around, no one nearby. Nothing else will happen, nothing more will be dreamt about, nothing. B2. The next evening Karina warned Edgar that she would fly to visit her cottage and spend the night there. Already falling asleep in the old attic, she mentally wished Edgar good night, but he said nothing back. He was nowhere to be found in the land of dreams, where they had lately rested together. Karina bumped into Edgar in the morning in the corridor of the Gothic castle. He looked like a black shadow. "What's happened?" she asked him in surprise. "She found me." Edgar sighed heavily. "Who found you?" "Wife, my ex. During her lifetime, she suffered from obsession. It's not much fun to remember. Demons tormented both her and me, of course, purely psychologically. But demons never settle into the light ones." "Edgar, how did she get to our high level?" "I don't know, perhaps due to a glitch at the edge of the worlds. You see what's going on here lately. Anyhow, she won't stay in my tower for long. We have had nothing in common with her for ages." Karina sank to the floor and convulsively thought about what to do. Not only her astral things, herbs and flasks remained in the dark tower of Edgar. "Edgar, the alchemist's antidote formulas, which I have upgraded for dozens of potential threats. You have got them in your tower." "Yes, Karina, I remember. Tonight is the full moon. You yourself decided to leave them to me just in case. If the Inquisition doesn't send you to reincarnate. What if your ex-wife is an agent of the dark forces? She can destroy the formulas, or modify them. Come on, however, if you are so worried, I will find and return them to you at midnight. Dawn is coming soon. There is no way out. Turn the key and let's fly." Spleen. Alan called at midnight, when Karina forced herself not to think about Edgar for the umpteenth time was laying out the Medici solitaire, having completely forgotten that. "Today is the full moon," Alan said sadly. "I have tried all ways, but there is something wrong. You know, it's obviously some sort of a hoax. What the hell made you come down to Earth that night?" Edgar flashed in her consciousness, but Karina kept the thought to herself. "So I am about to get a reincarnation sentence and go to Siberia?" she asked. "Highly likely. Anyhow, time will pass, and they will put things in order here. I will catch you in the land of dreams, help you remember everything you have already learned. Then I meet you here, upstairs. We can't work in the mode of constant raids and unsubstantiated accusations of the Inquisition. Today I have learned that the order to destroy our castle has already been signed. The only thing you need to do now is to transfer urgently all the formulas created from scratch or modified by you to the Prague's alchemist for safekeeping. Perhaps it's the most reliable place for them. It's closer to Earth. Besides, the alchemist is considered to be a dark guy. You have not told anyone about him, have you?" Edgar flashed again. "Okay, Alan." Karina sighed. "It's time for me to go to the land of dreams. Good luck and see you soon." "Karina, remember that we really need you here." "I love you too, Alan. See you soon." They said goodbye. Karina burst into tears, and then, "Edgar, answer me. I know you hear me," she shouted, but an ominous silence was her answer. The waiting turned into a nightmare. Karina tried to visualize Edgar's phantom and read his thoughts, as she used to do in extreme cases, but she found no thoughts or memories in the phantom, as if someone had erased everything. Karina looked into the astral tablets, but the file that stored information about Edgar was blocked. The tricks of his ex-wife, perhaps she blocked also Edgar himself. And what if she is the very same Helga, at whose anniversary the alchemist supposedly saw Edgar? Deeply stressed, Karina wasn't even able to instantly move to the dark tower. She had to use the broom. Almost unable to distinguish the road due to her foggy thoughts, Karina periodically collided with flying ships and wanderers traveling in the ether, rolled over and fell rapidly, but forced herself to regain the altitude. And what else could she do if it was possible to transfer the mental formulas to the Prague's alchemist only until the morning, while the gates to the land of dreams were opened, and Karina was not exiled to Siberia? There is no way back if you can't wake up. B2. There was still no light in the dark tower. Karina entered it and began to climb the stairs, when suddenly the steps started to collapse under her feet. She felt herself losing her former mental strength catastrophically quickly. "Edgar," she screamed. The doors, that used to be on each floor, disappeared, and the room under the roof, where Karina had spent the night, no longer existed. There was not a single door left in the dark tower, not even the roof itself. Instead of it, there was only a piece of the black magic sky with a billion of twinkling stars. Karina tried to fly out of the tower into the ajar heaven, but an invisible barrier blocked her. Karina went downstairs, trying to find the door she had entered the tower, but that one disappeared as well. There must be a way out somewhere. It was damp and dark, not a single ray of light. Looking for a window, or for a crack at least, Karina for the umpteenth time groped around the high wall made of large ancient stones. Where is the exit? It can't help existing. Suddenly, the tower seemed to come alive. The walls started pulsating and, slowly narrowing the inner space, crawled towards Karina. She tried to gather herself, to concentrate, to walk through them, as she had done hundreds of times before, but for some reason it didn't work. The tower was obviously bewitched. In despair, the girl slumped to the floor. Is it all in vain? Clasping her knees, she thought. So much effort, so much work for nothing. Karina remembered the most powerful prayers that all the employees of the forces of light should know, and the walls froze for a moment, but soon stirred again. This tower will kill me. When you are scared to death, wake up, the Prague's alchemist advised her once. However, to wake up, one needs at least to fall asleep first. Karina remembered the seminar on controlled dreaming and moving between spheres and worlds. At any point in space, one could imagine a door to the land of dreams, escape through it and return to another place. The girl visualized the door, and it turned out to be tightly closed. Karina raised her head. The bottomless black sky, strewn with billions of stars, every second was significantly decreasing in size. Suddenly, the tower shuddered as if in an earthquake and collapsed on Karina with unprecedented force, rending her unconscious. Waking up from a flash of the brightest light and taking a deep breath, Karina heard a voice, "Girl," and she screamed in the obstetrician's hands.